village is in love with her. But they're appalled by her beauty and majesty and won't declare themselves. So, until she makes her choice, there's no chance for anybody else.
This is, perhaps, the only village in the world that has an endowed corps of professional bridesmaids who are bound to be on duty every day from 10 until 4. The pious charity by which we exist is practically wasted.
We shall be disendowed. That will be the end of it. Dame Hannah, you're a nice old person. You could marry if you like. There's old Adam, Robin's faithful servant. He loves you with all the frenzy of a boy of 14.
Nay, that may never be, for I am pledged to an eternal maidenhood.
Oh.
Many years ago, I was betrothed to a godlike youth who wooed me under an assumed name. But on the very day that our wedding was to be celebrated, I discovered that he was no other than Sir Roderick Murgatroyd, one of the bad baronets of Ruddigore, uncle to the man who now bears the title. As a son of that accursed race, he was no husband for an honest girl. So madly as I loved him, I left him then and there. He died but 10 years since. But I never saw him again.
But why should you not marry a bad baronet of Ruddigore?
All baronets are bad. But was he worse than other baronets?
My child, he was accursed.
But who cursed him? Not you, I trust.
The curse is on all his line, and has been, ever since the time of Sir Rupert, the first baronet. Listen, and you'll hear the legend. Sir Rupert Murgatroyd, his leisure and his riches, he ruthlessly employed in persecuting witches. In fear he'd make them quake, he'd dump them in his lake, he'd break their bones with sticks and stones, and burn them at the stake. This sport he much enjoyed, did Rupert Murgatroyd. No sense of shame or pity came to Rupert Murgatroyd. Once on a village green of palsied hay, he roasted, and what took place, I ween, shook his composure, boasted. For as the torture grim seized on each withered limb, the writhing dame, mid fire and flame, yelled forth this curse on him. Each lord of Ruddigore, despite his best endeavor, shall do one crime or more once every day forever. This doom he can't defy, however he may try. For should he stay his hand, that day in torture he shall die. The prophecy came true, each heir who held the title had every day to do one crime of import vital, until with guilt or pride, I have sinned no more, he cried. And on that day he said that say, in agony he died.